What's up, party people? How's your Saturday night going? I worked all day. And now I'm here. Happy to be with you.
Me too. I worked all day
Yeah.
and nothing.
I had a show this morning. I got home about 2. So
Bob Means just popped up on there. Bob, I got your tic-tac-toe game done. Oh, and speaking of which, I got yours done too, Patrick.
Oh, that's
cool.
pretty. I like it.
Duck Wood. That is an awesome name.
Yeah. Duck Wood. I think they're from Long Island, if I'm not mistaken. That name rings a bell. How's everybody doing out there tonight?
It is Long Island. You cheated.
How did I cheat?
I don't know. I know you did, though.
No, I didn't cheat.
There's a lot of them from the Carolinas, both north and south. I see rolling up through here.
Well, hello from West Virginia.
Bob's sound was muted. Bob, I was just saying that I finished yours and your tic-tac-toe game, and I don't have a label printer here in this shop. I have to go to the other shop, so I'll probably go there tomorrow or Monday, print some labels, because I have to mail out Patrick's little bat thing too before Halloween. So hi to everybody that's out there in the comments. Tonight we're doing an impromptu live stream, getting back on schedule because we went off schedule last week. So we're doing it here 2 weeks in a row just to get back on our regular schedule. And originally we weren't going to have any files at all for tonight, but then Jeremy decided to share his file, and I'm sharing a file that I'm making right now, or I'm making 3 of them actually. So I figured I'd make one on the live stream, and in the download that's below the video, you'll get just a text document from me that's got a link to my store with an 80% off coupon. So if you guys want this file, it is a Halloween tea lamp. This one right here. You see, I've got this one made. And the little top part here is the handle pumpkin, and then there is a door in the front that you can open to put your tea light in and out. So this is what I'm going to do tonight. I need to make actually 4 of these. I need to make 3 more of these.
We moved back to our regularly scheduled night, and there's another live stream starting at 9.
Who's starting at 9?
Another laser channel.
Oh well, this is our regularly scheduled time, so we're okay.
In all transparency, I didn't know we weren't doing files tonight, so I just did one.
Yeah.
I didn't know we weren't. I just didn't because I didn't have time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jim. Jim McCall is in the
Jim.
comments. We all want to give a shout out to Jim. Today was he went to his wife's funeral today. We're all praying for you, Jim.
All right. My description is now updated with the link. I forgot to do it, so it is in there now. Sorry about that. That's why I've been focusing off camera here for a moment.
Man. Blues Now Man.
Blue Snowman from Alaska.
Oh, Snowman. Okay.
I read the same way you did.
Patron has helped me so much. I love your Christmas tea lamp, and the way you say my name is Blue Snowman, AK Alaska. I got it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Still difficult to get reservations, so I haven't been there since it reopened. I don't know what that is. That's replying to someone else, I guess.
Yeah, they had something going on up about, I think it was a hotel or something, maybe.
Bob saying that we've been busy. It's all good. Yeah, we've all been actually busy lately. Hi, Papa, Nima, Nipa, Nima. I just ordered a stepper motor. That's why I've got Nima in my head. Steve is on his way back to Reno. Keep your eyes on the road. Texas. We got a bunch of people here from Texas, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing tonight, is that Halloween tea light. So I think what I'm going to do is I don't have any tissue paper. So typically what I do is I cut tissue paper on the laser as well to size for the doors. But I'm going to do that afterward. It's not a big deal to put it on afterward. It's much easier to do it while everything's cut in pieces. But tonight I'm going to cut one and I'm going to paint it and put it all together and show you guys the results. And like I said, if you're interested in the files, there's a text document with a link to my store, the exact product, with an 80% off coupon that's good for a week.
Hey, Bespoke, appreciate that.
Thank you, Bob. Much appreciated. Ken says, thanks for the reply on the test card. Your settings work fine, but I still don't understand my results. I'm not quite sure what... I get a lot of emails, Ken. I'm sorry. Not quite sure what I said to that, but... All right, so let's find out what we're doing tonight. So, Jeremy, you want to start with you since you're doing a file? Jeremy, of course, is going to have a complicated file.
No, it's actually not bad. So mine is a hunting themed picture frame. There's a couple of layers in there, and you can see one of them has a little bow hunter right here and a deer. And the next one that I'm going to do tonight has got the rifle hunter. So sorry if you guys are animal lovers and don't like hunting. On the back, you'll see this little notch right here. You're going to have to fix that in the file because I screwed up trying to make it fancy, and I had to straighten them all out so the picture would fit in there all the way, and I forgot to do the back part when I sent the file. So just square that up in your program there in Lightburn, and it also comes with the stand.
Cool.
And it's been sized appropriately, and it fits a 4x6 photograph.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and like I said, I'm doing my my tea light. Let me
Do
go
you need?
to...
Well, I want to see if Jeremy needs me to send him a picture of me so he can put it in that frame.
Yes, but I don't have a printer.
Spruce up your... No, I'm going to print it and send it to you. That way it'll spruce up your workspace a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I'll put it on the shelf back here.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, so let me show you what I've got going on. I'll show you the final product again in full screen. So this is the final product. And this one is a couple of years old. I did this a couple of years ago. But it's got all kinds of cool stuff on it. And then in the front over here, see the little pumpkin right there? That little pumpkin is a door handle that opens up. And you put your tea light right inside. So this is the project. This is the Lightburn project. And I've got everything grouped over here. And if we come over here, these are the panels. So all the panels are aligned so that they cut in one pass here, so you don't have double passes. And these are all the different scenes. And this one here in the middle with the one tab on top, that one there is the door. And there is a small, where is the small pumpkin? Somewhere in here. There's a small pumpkin that goes on the door. Let me see if I zoom in here. I don't know where that is. It's got to be here somewhere. Well, we'll find out when I cut it all out. But this is the handle up on top, and this is the pin that locks it in place. And these are the risers for the top part there. I don't see the little pumpkin doorknob. I wonder why. Maybe I left that out. This might be a different version of the file. But anyway, this is what I'm doing tonight. I wonder if I did that later, that little pumpkin. I may have done it later. Anyway, you can cut a little, if I did, you can cut a little pumpkin for the door handle.
For some reason, I have pumpkin knockers running through my head, like door knocker, pumpkin knockers.
Yeah,
Pumpkin
Steve and
knockers.
Ken, that is absolutely right. My kids always say if animals were meant to be eaten, God wouldn't have made them so tasty.
Is the doorknob just a cutout from the riser? Oh, yeah, that's what it is. You're right. Ken, okay. I designed
Somebody's
the
paying
file.
attention.
Ken figured it out. Yeah, the doorknob. So you're going to wind up with 6 cutouts from the riser, and you have 6 doorknobs. I knew it was a part of the file. Excuse me. I'm glad Ken's here.
I think I might run some tumblers tonight just to show you guys how tumblers on the CO2 Galvo looks, how fast it is in real time.
We have a PETA member with us tonight. Ken is a
I saw that.
PETA member. People eating tasty animals. Welcome.
Imagine we have a bunch of those.
I've been thinking that with your tea lights, instead of Santa or the pumpkin putting a hole to hang. Yeah, well, you can. You can also hang this up from the ceiling or wherever, because you have the smile in the middle. If you just put a little fishing line through there and tie it off, it'll hang perfectly from this. So, and that way you keep the pumpkin or the Santa on top, and you just use a really light, clear fishing line, and you won't even see it. Looks pretty neat. Patrick gave a great analogy on frequency and Q-pulse when I was researching lasers. Ran first few tests,
switch.
brass coins, finally got decent results. Which of the two has more influence in brass, frequency or Q-pulse?
They both can have influence. I'll run a low Q-pulse, high frequency polishing pass to try to help get that surface as even as possible and try to bring some shine to it with the laser. When it comes to brass, if you're looking at shades, probably the most influential setting would be your line spacing. So the closer your line spacing, the darker it's going to be, the wider, the brighter.
Right.
And then you can play around with your frequencies and Q-pulse and power and get some different shades.
And the lower the frequency, brass, the darker the engraving as well.
Yeah, just experiment with running a lower Q-pulse, run higher frequencies, and play around with the powers. And
so I've been playing, Patrick. I've been playing with that Hansmaker laser that I got, and apparently it's not compatible with Lightburn yet. So you can only use their software, and they only have 2 settings for the IR, and that's line density and speed. And kind of driving me crazy because they don't have a material test either. So you can go into their material library and pick a material, like you do with X Tools, whatever it's called, Creative Space. But it's just driving me nuts. I think I'm going to put that on a hold until they're Lightburn compatible.
That sounds reasonable.
I loaded up the pellet grill with chicken wings today. Awesome. I love cooking on my pellet grill. Jerry says, glad to see everyone on tonight. I made Rich's Christmas tea light last year for my sister, and she enshrined it on her fireplace mantle until April. I love the Christmas one. I like all of the different holiday ones. I don't think I've shared them all with everybody yet, but I've got Christmas, I've got Halloween, I have Thanksgiving, I have Valentine's Day. I have 7, I think, altogether. Yes, please. Thank you, Pop Pop. Everybody hit that like
That's
button.
flipping hilarious right there. Hey guys,
Absolutely.
when you go to change a setting, double check that you got the 0 in front of the number. I went 0.85 instead of 0.085.
Yeah, I've done
It's
that
not
before.
very dark.
I'm going to get set up over here, turn my laser on.
That's funny.
And as usual, in Lightburn version 2, I have to right-click the devices. Actually, I have to change COM ports on here for it to connect. Yeah, okay, Jim. Thanks for joining us for a few minutes anyway. Like I said, prayers have been going out to you for months now. Have a good night.
All right. I've got to come over here. I've got my computer that's on the other side of the shop hooked up with a wireless HDMI. And to swap screens, I have to slide back over to this one. So I'm going to slide back over there and adjust a couple of these graphics. Hopefully, my wireless microphone is working.
No.
It's not.
No, you can't hear
Crap.
anything.
Yeah, I
What
think it's
am I
working.
going to do?
Talk louder.
So if you guys are going to do this
What?
tea light, okay, go ahead.
What? Huh?
Okay.
What?
You
Okay,
heard your
that's
what?
enough.
Jerry, I'm not selling the other tea lights yet, so I haven't put them up in my store yet. The Thanksgiving tea light will probably go up in the next couple of days.
Okay, so I'm going to be using cylinder correction on these tumblers. I'm going to enable that.
Santa, I would expect that you would have a lot more than a few Christmas decorations up in your home. Let me put Patrick in full screen. Go ahead, Patrick. Sorry.
Okay, so I am going to measure from the distance from the center point on the tumbler where I'm going to engrave. I would swap to my other camera, but it's too far away. So when I measure, I'm getting approximately 280 millimeters from the distance of the mirrors in the galvo head to the tumbler. So that's the 280 that you see there. And then I need the diameter of this tumbler. And it is about, 88. And that's what I already have in it. Okay. And then you just need to select how you want to engrave it. A tumbler is obviously convex, and we're going to be engraving along the X. So then I'll just hit OK. And that's all we have to do to set up for cylinder correction. I'm going to pick one of these pharmacy sayings and engrave on a tumbler. I don't know which one I want to do first.
I like the drug dealer one.
All right. I'll do that one first.
That's my favorite.
So select it, hit P, put it right in the center of the workspace. And I can normally get away with about 85 millimeters on an 88 diameter tumbler. And my laser on. Okay. It's not going to frame yet until it gets on. Let me switch cameras.
Bob, my tea light is, I have a text file in the download below the video, and there's a link to my store with an 80% off coupon. Bob, Bob, if you send me an email, I'll send it to you because you're already a supporter. So, you're in my Patreon and my members only on YouTube. So just shoot me an email, Bob, and I'll send it back to you. Okay.
So what I did was I got my tumbler in focus with my little focus stick. About halfway down where the graphic is going to engrave. And then measure from that distance to where the mirrors are in the galvo. And that's what you said in Lightburn.
Tony is asking, what's the name of my drink additive? It's called Stur. S-T-U-R. S-T-U-R. I get it on Amazon.
All right. I have my fume extraction here. I like to prop that up just a little bit so it catches the rising smoke. I just use a tumbler box. Work with what you got.
I really hope this is cutting all the way through because I have the door open and I've had it open. It is 76 degrees here, so I've had the door open pretty much for the last 3 hours. So I hope that the wood didn't get too absorbed with the humidity. I hope it's cutting all the way through. It looks
now
like
you can see where I'm framing the hull, so it's just the outer outline of that graphic. Now you see exactly where it is. And at this point, I can adjust it up or down wherever I want it. I'm going to leave it towards the top there. Let me just back
Thank you,
out
Duck
a little
Duck.
bit.
It's just a little camera laying on the side of the Lasermatic. Duck Duck, you are from Long Island, right? North Ireland, welcome. I asked Duck Duck that because I went to Hop Hog High School. And I'm sure he knows where Hop Hog is. That's where the state building is and everything.
All right, so I've got my setting ready, loaded. Is it easier to see with the light on or off? Which is better, 1 or 2?
Bob,
Maybe 2.
everything that's for sale on Rolly Automation is on sale. It's at right above cost. So now would be a good time if you want to buy anything from Rolly Automation to get it before they're gone. Where are you at, Duck Duck? I lived in Hopog, East Patchogue, Sayville, Stony Brook for a while, and I can't remember, Massapequa South. Where's your fan, Patrick?
Air extraction or fume extraction's on. It's good to go.
Are there other chuck rotaries out there that are compatible with the Rolly, have the same type of plug? No. Well, yes and no. The Ortour, the Ortour chuck rotary, that one is compatible with the Lasermatic. Sure thing, Ernie. Hope you enjoy it. Duck Duck, I left New York 38 years ago. Actually, 39 years ago.
I'll be moving this camera for the next tumbler, so you'll be able to see it more. Well,
more better.
More
More better.
gooder.
Yeah, more better.
You're gonna be able to let us see it more gooder.
Yeah, the Ortour rotary, the Ortour chuck rotary is probably the best made. It's solid as a rock, works well. Probably the best rotary for a diode laser, and it's got the adapters for most lasers. Okay, now here comes the moment of truth. I'm going to go pick this up and see if it cut through. Hopefully it did. Not perfect.
Almost done. And when using a CO2 galvo, you want to make sure you have some glasses on if you're looking at the tumbler engraving, because it will reflect off of that metal tumbler and start shooting off the sides. And you can feel your face, your arms, your hands get hot when the laser beam hits you. And with the CO2, pretty much any clear lens will work. And I'm going to use my favorite Dawn Power Wash and a magic eraser. And here's what we end up with. Focus. Oh, he's not doing it. You know what? My camera kind of fell and is resting up against the monitor.
As long as it's in focus.
And when it does that, it stops it from autofocusing. There we go. Now it's working.
Hang on, Patrick.
All right, I was trying to get there.
Nice.
Just that quick. Yeah, nice.
I like that. That is cool. Who came up with that saying?
You did. It was your idea.
I like it.
Rich
All
found
right.
a similar one, and I redid it.
So now you guys can see what happens just by opening my door. I had to pop a lot of these out by hand, and they didn't cut out perfectly. So now I'm going to have to take my X-Acto knife. Normally everything just drops right out, but now I'm going to have to clean all this stuff up. So I'm going to load while I'm cleaning this stuff up and getting all the slots out. And that's just from opening the door, just a humidity change. I mean, I cut through this, everything drops right out normally, but being that I opened the door today and it's 97% humidity, that all of a sudden I can't cut through this wood at this speed. So I'm going to lower my speed, put the next one in, and run that one while I pop all of these pieces out. The next one should be.
I might keep that one for myself from Rich's idea, since I actually am a pharmacist by day.
Well, I got that done. You can see the lines where it went to 0.85 instead of 0.085. That's pretty funny. Then I got Hunter Orange on the guy's jacket.
Hold it.
Hey, hold on, Jeremy. You're going to get your full screen.
There.
Okay. Okay. There's the rifle hunting one. He's on a ladder stand. So, yeah.
Cool.
I am adjusting this camera off camera so you don't see, or you don't get motion sickness, seasick, whatever. Whatever you want to call it.
YouTube sickness.
Yeah.
I'm getting my next file ready to run here.
Sits right on that little stand, just nice and pretty.
And on the second file, if you guys download this file, you need to frame it. I'm not going to frame it because I've got a tool pit there, but um, you should frame it because it takes up almost the entire 12-inch piece of wood.
Thank you, Robert and Ava. Deer tags. Somebody asked where Patrick and I were from. I'm from Michigan.
I am from West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think I'm ready to run this one. Should I frame it? Yeah, I think I should.
All right, now I'm going to do a blue tumbler. Let me switch camera. No, hold on. It's still not the best thing. There, that's better.
Okay, I've got my second one started. I'm going to work on cleaning up these pieces in the meanwhile.
All right, that should do.
That'll do it. Part will do.
I got to frame this. All right, so you can see with that frame, it's a little too large. I love Lightburn and the fact that you can adjust your graphic size while it's framing. This is Galvo. Then you can nudge it around to get it lined up. That looks good. Let's it one more time. Okay, here we go.
All right, I'm working on my pieces right now. Most of these look pretty good.
All right, can you hear me now?
No?
No? Perfect. I said, thank you, everybody, and I am not planning on getting the big Acmer.
Duck Duck, were you talking about while you're framing with your Galvo, page up and page down to adjust the size? Yes, that is a great feature in Lightburn. I love it.
Yeah.
Then, of course, you can use your nudge and your arrows, or use them with control arrow or shift arrow, and it'll go to your typical nudge setting and adjust the image up and down, left, right.
Yeah,
Or your
that's why
frame up, down, left, right.
I'm not liking this Hans Maker so much.
Yeah, I would
only
not
their
be happy
software.
not being able. I wouldn't be happy not being able to do that.
I wrote them back, but of course, they're on Chinese holiday, so the entire state of China seems to shut down distributors during their holidays for weeks at a time, twice a year. It's crazy. It's crazy how businesses shut down for an entire week like that. We get one day here in this country.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see how this one turns out.
Okay, I missed what laser you're using, Patrick. What are you doing?
The 30-watt CO2 Galvo.
That's what I thought. The way the flames were coming off, I thought it was a CO2.
And I've already lost my magic eraser.
It's magic. It disappeared.
Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, that's all it takes for that to really start popping the shine out. Guess what? I just found a magic eraser.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Get the power wash off of there. All right, now I'll bring it over. Focus. Hey, focusing.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to pop it up as soon as I find it. There it is. Maybe. The warning may dispense sarcasm without a prescription.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that's another fun pharmacy theme saying. And I have a couple more sayings I'm going to run. Eraser is magic.
I'm busy popping out all my slots. It's amazing how humidity can be a game changer.
Oh, this would be a good one. I'm going to do this one on pink. This one is slinging pills to pay the bills.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Robert says he wants to buy that other one from you. How much power does it take, diode or CO2, to knock the coating off of a tumbler? Yeah, you're right. It varies.
This is a 30 watt CO2 galvo, and I'm running it at two passes, one at 75% power. Let's see. No, I'm running two passes at 75.5% power and a line interval of 0.09. So you can go pretty wide with the CO2s.
That's a 3D printed cup jig, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I have a link to that. A friend sells it on Etsy. And since these are all the same size, I don't have to adjust any settings.
All right, so I was able to get all of my pieces out. That's good.
Yeah, I stopped doing tumblers with my fiber laser because even with the same batch, I was getting different thicknesses, and I was burning some and not taking it off on others. And I'm just like, I'm done. Not doing it no more.
I had my fill of fiber laser tumblers, and I haven't done them in the fiber since I got the CO2 galvo like 3 years ago. And then hook the rotary up to the CO2 galvo, and you can get an awesome 360 design or tumbler wrap or whatever you want to call it.
Well, it looks like I lowered my speed by 75 millimeters per minute. It looks like it's cutting through. The panels have a lot more intricate stuff to cut out, so That was important that I
Jack,
lowered that.
Jack is absolutely correct. You do not need to change the settings for different colors like you do on the fiber. But that job ran in 1 minute 35 seconds.
Oh, that is like the way to go if you're gonna do a tumbler. Use a galvo.
Now, pink always engraves and leaves a darker look behind on the metal just because it kind of looks darker. Like an optical illusion type thing.
It's looking good.
Yeah, you can see it shine up underneath that.
Oh, yeah. Even though it's not darker, it looks darker.
Well, switch cameras and let's see it.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, that came out nice.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, I say.
Slinging pills to pay the bills.
Yeah, and it even left the little lines of powder coat like on the S
Yeah.
and
The pills.
LLIP
Yeah.
and pills.
Looks good.
That's with the 175 lens. I think I have a 6x beam expander, so it's not the smallest dot that you could get out of that laser, smallest spot size, but it's small enough to still get detail out of these.
Yeah. I just got I sent an email to a company in China and asked them for samples for 3 different colors of their large tumblers, and they sent me an entire case of 24, which is kind of weird. But they're like the big 40-ounce tumblers with the screw-on lid and the built-in handle.
Now, you say built in. Is it like built in, or can you undo a cap and take some screws out to remove it?
No, the handle's built into the lid. Just
Oh.
unscrew the lid.
Oh, gotcha.
I just brought some out
better.
here. Patrick, aren't you from Eastern West Virginia? He's from Mountain Man
I'll show
country.
you. I'll show you. Let's see.
If you look at his logo, well, I don't know. Did you change the logo? Yeah, you did. His logo used to have a little star on it. All right. Well, that's cut now.
No, that's not gonna work.
I think I'm going to start assembling. I don't think I'm going to paint this one tonight, but I was able to get all of the slots and tabs out.
North Central West Virginia is where I'm at, near Clarksburg. You can find that on the map, then we'll tell you about where I'm at.
So there was one thing that I learned from one of my viewers on assembling the top part, the handle. Let me show you that real quick, that I should share with you. So this is the top, and these are the little spacers that go in here. And I didn't use a kerf offset on this. I just cut it just the way it is, no kerf offset, because I want them to fit in really tightly. I don't use any glue on this. Normally I would get my hammer and hammer them in. There we go. So that's the way that part goes in. Then you have to watch the little pumpkin stems to make sure that all the stems go the same way. And the reason that you have to assemble this top part first is because it's really hard to get the handle in. I'll show you that in a minute. So some of these just slip right in. They should be a really super tight fit. Only that first one was as soon as I say that. There we go. So just keep an eye on the pumpkin stems. They should all go in the same way.
I think the only way to do that is to do
Okay.
a full removal of your powder coat 360 and
So
then paint it.
there are the pumpkin stems. And then the next piece that goes on is going to be this piece that goes on the top. And the reason why I'm doing this, once you get these two pieces on, then the handle slips down through and you can put this little pin in. Otherwise, I used to assemble it differently, and you also have to make sure that the cuts are lined up for the handle to slip through. I used to do this differently until somebody on my YouTube channel said, "Do it this way, and you won't have to worry about getting that little pin in," which makes a lot of sense. But it's still going to be kind of hard to line up all of these pieces. And I'll take myself out of full screen while I'm doing this.
Yeah. I have a trash can sitting right over there. So when I was doing tumblers a few years ago, they would just get tossed right into that bin.
Oh my gosh, I wasted so many tumblers on the fiber laser. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the good thing about it too is that you could always clean them off and then engrave the metal.
That's what I did with my personal. I have 3 of them in the house, and that's what happened. They went through the dishwasher enough times that all these ones were painted. What are they? Thermos brand, and the paint finally came off them, so I just stuck them back on and did black mark. Practice with my colors and black marks on them, so they're my tattooed coffee mugs.
Hardest part is getting all of these lined up.
All right, now we're doing a red.
It's so dark in here, I can't really see what I'm doing either. Every time I line one up, another one goes off. Gets out of line.
Bob, I really like to practice on shipping tubes, like the cardboard tubes that you'd ship a poster or something like that in. You can cut those down to size, chuck them on the rotary, and then engrave on those with your diode CO2 for good practice.
Back when I had the gun shop, I'd get scopes and stuff, and they'd have those extra sunshade rings. So I would just throw those on there and do stuff. I have a video on YouTube, my YouTube channel, I think, where I did a full wrap on one of those things. It looked pretty cool. But yeah, that's muffler pipe, whatever. If you got a fiber laser, I use muffler pipe and different stuff to goof around on.
Yeah, it just depends on which laser it is.
Mm-hmm. I got a rotary for the Rolly, for the Lasermatic, and I don't use it. I've tried it a couple times, and it's not really worked out that well for me. So I just don't use the rotary.
I just have one that won't go in.
This tumbler says, if sarcasm were a controlled substance, I'd need a DEA number. I'm just going with some pharmacy humor here. I've been wanting to give the techs at the one pharmacy I work at just a little gift of encouragement for helping me learn the new system over the last 4 months that I've been working.
That's funny.
Can't see why this won't go in. Maybe this wasn't such a great idea. I don't have enough light in here is what it is. I can't see where they're.
Yes, that's the powder coat that flames up.
Yeah, Bob, you're gonna be dealing with painted ones or powder coated ones or marking spray. Wingnut told you to get the hammer, Rich.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about it. I've got
It's going to
half
make a
of it
pretty
in.
picture all lined up.
The problem is I can't see. I can't see where it is
So let
when
me
I'm
set them
pushing
here.
it in place. I got to go next door for a minute and see if I can get these in.
He's gonna go put it in
I
a
know,
wood
it's hard.
place, squeeze it.
Okay, I've got one more seine to do, I think.
Yes, I was wondering where that one was. Yeah, I saw that, Kate, earlier. Thank you, appreciate that. I'm glad they liked it. Was that the big hanging one? I was going to update that. Awesome. Yeah, my wife had a few friends that wanted those, so we met them at the library up in town and handed them over. And her grandkids did a bunch of them up. That was pretty fun.
All right, so I just got a hammer and whacked it with the hammer. But I broke one of them too. That's okay.
You broke a hammer?
No, I broke one of my pumpkins. Let's see. So now that I've got that part, which is supposed to make it really super simple, got that part on. This is where it's supposed to be the time saver. When you put the handle through, if I can get the handle through all the way. There we go. So now the handle is through. And now this little tiny pin that came off with the handle goes on the back side through the handle. I'll show you a close up in a second. Let me get it in first. It's still hard to get this pin in no matter what. Amazing.
The other great thing about Lightburn is while the job's running on this tumbler, I can be messing around with graphics to get set up for the next tumbler.
Yeah, that was another thing I can't do with the Hans Maker either.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so this pin does not want to go in on me. All right, so I guess the thing to do would be shave a little bit off. If I can do this without cutting my finger.
Yeah, that's the lock. That's the lock to keep it from pulling out of there so you can hang it or carry it. Count by fives to survive. That's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, the techs work hard, so a little pick me up every now and again.
So there's how the
worth more to them than I could imagine.
That's how the pin goes in. The pin goes through here. If you can see that, and now the top is fully assembled.
Somebody was asking if there was another piece that goes on top to hide the slots.
No, I like the slots. The slots is what gives it its. The slots and
Yeah.
tab gives it its, unique look.
The slots make it pop.
Yeah.
All right. The cool thing about this tumbler jig, it has this base plate that actually attaches by screws to your breadboard. So you can get it adjusted for center underneath your galvo. And then this just slides in. Then it has thumb screws here. Slide this platform back and forth. So you can adjust quickly to level for different tumbler sizes. So if I'm going to go to this larger tumbler now, you just line it up level, lock it in place. And then I know I'm already centered because it's in the jig. Then all I have to do is adjust my focus.
Very nice.
Two chats. There's two chats going.
Oh, because the chat is on the screen, and then he sees the chat in YouTube as well on the right side.
Oh, gotcha.
The reason why we do that,
All
Carl, is because there are people watching from 4 different channels, and some people are like watching on their phone, or it's embedded somewhere and they can't see the chat, or you can only see the chat from the channel that you're watching on. So this puts all 4 of the chats up on the screen. Yes, Jerry, you're right. The humidity has done a job on everything. I should have left the door closed for today. Let me go see how these came out.
If you notice on this tumbler, I have a black line up here on the middle in Sharpie. I'm going to do this graphic in 3 positions. So I've calculated the circumference from the diameter, divided it by 3. So I have one will go there, one will go there, and one there. It should be the same distance between all of them. So I'll just center the framing up, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I'll put a piece of blue painter's tape on the bottom with a line straight down the middle so I can line stuff up too. When I was doing them with the fiber laser.
Right. That helps as well. All right, let's run this bad boy.
Jerry, right there that they did teach math in West Virginia.
I was asked by my the trigonometry, calculus, advanced mathematics professor in my first year of college. He kept trying to convince me to switch my major to math. I'm like, no, I like math, but not that much.
All right, so I got to be a little careful. It mostly cut. And with these, you're going to have little pieces that you're going to have to pop out, even if you cut all the way through. See, they'll come right out. So I'm just gonna pop them out one at a time, because the cut is so small, they get stuck in the hole.
Put it in the microwave so that it'll go together better.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
As long as it doesn't start popping.
All right, so all of those pieces just came right out. They were just stuck because they were so tiny.
Now I'm craving microwave popcorn.
Yeah, me too. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Who's making the popcorn?
Need that salty, buttery stuff now.
Get my garbage pail over here so I can just do this over the garbage pail.
So even if you have metal tubing and you have a diode laser and you want to play with the rotary, just bring those tubes home, paint them, let them dry, stick them in there, and then remove the paint with the diode. Get used to running it. You don't have to have a fiber laser to do metal.
And Santa's laser engraving, 25 years of doing anything can make you not like whatever it is.
I could do this for 25 years and still like it.
Yeah, I do like lasers.
I was in construction for 30 plus years. I was so done trying to get bids together. That's a lot of math too.
Yeah. Yeah, and then in construction, you might have to change that bid 50 times.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
you're doing
25 plus years as a pharmacist. I wouldn't mind a career change. As long as I have to do less work.
You should start a
work
YouTube
less
channel.
hours.
Start a YouTube channel, Patrick.
Yeah,
That's a great idea. I should.
I should probably do that.
I'll just call it Sarcastic Pharmacist Reviews, and I'll just review random crap and be very sarcastic.
Gosh, I would be your first subscriber. That sounds hilarious.
It would definitely not be a channel for children because I would, I'd probably let my non-work vocabulary out.
Uh-oh.
There's a pharmacist on Facebook that compares prices from his pharmacy to the big pharmacies and shows you just how much the big pharmacies are ripping you off.
Except Sam's. Sam's was not priced to rip people off. Their price is even lower than Walmart.
Yeah, but he destroys Walmart and Sam's and Walgreens and the rest of them with he's a private pharmacist.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows the actual markup of the big box stores. Okay, I got two weird pieces here.
Whoa, hold on. Subject change. Completely left turn. Kate got a new puppy.
Oh, what kind of puppy?
A dog, likely. I'm willing to bet it's a dog.
The kind with four legs.
I bet you it doesn't run as fast as that three-legged chicken.
Man, I wish I never opened that door today.
Or the two-legged cat.
Yeah, but something nefarious was done to the cat to make it run that fast.
Is there a two-legged cat? I just was saying that.
My uncle had a three-legged dog for years. He got run over. Lost a leg.
Your uncle did?
No, his dog.
Oh.
Yeah, Jerry, that is an old joke. She said she got a 4-month-old, 35-pound bloodhound mastiff mix. That's a big puppy.
That's a big dog.
Those don't come in puppy size.
Yeah, those are dogs.
They're dogs from the minute they're born.
Yeah, they won't fit on your lap as soon as they stand up.
Definitely not a lap dog.
Somebody brought their little chihuahuas over when they visited once, and they got out of the car and started running, and I'm like, oh, look at the little pike bait running around. They didn't like that very well. It's funny, though.
Man, you know what? I will never open my door again before a live stream. It just,
Okay, I'm writing that down. I'm gonna remember that one.
and I can't look at the comments right now either. So
I've got the comments.
They're all making fun of you, so don't.
probably.
I'm just writing stuff
it.
on a
not-
whiteboard and holding it up, making fun of you. That way you don't know I'm doing it.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because if I say it, it's going to happen.
Poland, awesome.
Cool.
Thanks for checking in from Warsaw.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't say it and it didn't happen. So I got all the little tiny, tiny pieces out without breaking anything. I wasn't going to say it at the time.
I have a picture of me when I was about 4 or 5 years old riding a Great Dane like it was a horse.
Did you have a saddle on it?
No. That's why I asked my mom and dad. I'm like, "Where's the saddle on that thing?"
When I was a kid, my cousin had a Great Dane, and
Did it have a bit in its mouth?
No.
Have
Bone.
some reins to hold on to? Did you stand up on it while you were riding it?
No, I was not doing trick rides.
Yeah. Dang it. That's where my mental images were going.
Yeah.
I was picturing you standing up with your arms out to the side, balancing on the dog.
No, mental image, little kid with an afro, checkered 70s bell-bottom pants, maybe even corduroy checkered, and some weird vest thing on.
Platform shoes.
I asked my mom, why? Why?
Don't forget the platform shoes.
No, I don't even think I had shoes on. I think I was just in my socks or something.
Like I said a minute ago, when I was a kid, my cousin had a Great Dane, and he was a lap dog, which she didn't like very much. He got shot. He actually got shot twice.
Your cousin?
The dog. He got shot twice because he was the color of a deer, and my cousin lived in upstate New York, up in the mountains, and deer hunters shot him.
Yes, they put antlers on him in the costume for Christmas.
No, they didn't need to do that. He got shot. Oh. The first time he didn't get killed, but the second time he did.
That's not good.
Yeah. All right, so that's
yes, Jerry, that's exactly right. Somebody said
alcohol to take off the Sharpie.
Delicate. I will say yes. Mine's a mini one, and I crushed 2 of them trying to put them together. Just pushing my finger through that little fine scroll work. So then I made a Christmas one that has a little bit bigger stuff in it, so I wasn't pushing my fingers through it. Needless to say, it's kind of the only 2 I've made.
Okay.
So there's how quick it was to do kind of a wrap with the CO2 galvo.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that turned out well.
Wait a minute. You need to spin it like 3 more times. I didn't see them all.
Well, I'm done. No more spinning.
I'm almost done.
Do I have one more to do?
2 stubborn pieces.
I think you have one more to do.
Going to wind up breaking something else just trying to get these 2 stubborn pieces out. There's one.
I had the other pink one. Yeah, I'll put this one too.
Finally. Okay,
Man, the CO2 just does such a nice job.
all right. What I didn't want to say before was I got these all out without breaking any of the real fine pieces. And that is the last piece right there. Let me show you. So you
I've
can
got
see
one more to make. That's right.
you can see the little fine spider. Well, if this will focus, it won't focus on there. See that fine spider, top and
Mm-hmm.
bottom. So I've got everything worked out okay. I was able to pop everything out. Typically, if that door wasn't open, it would have cut like butter. But the door was open, so everything got even the fine little crosses on top of the churches, which are less than a half a millimeter, they came out good. So
Yeah,
now,
Kate, they're not on my store. I'm not sure. I think that was the free file on one of the things, but I'm not sure. I don't know what I did with it.
okay, so real quickly, when you assemble this, these two pieces, this one with the little divot up in here, has to go where this hole is. So it goes like that because that's where the doorknob is. And what happened to my insert? Oh, it's there. That is the insert. And there's a hole in the middle for the tea light. So this little divot has to go where the hole is. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I put it right there, you might see it. See that? That allows the door to open and close. Okay, I'm going to start putting this together.
I've
So
changed my mind. I want to do this last tumbler, but I want it to have a totally different saying than the others. I decided I didn't want to repeat. Come up with something.
I'm just going to put some Elmer's glue on this to hold these together. And of course I put it in the wrong place. I forgot about the hole in the middle. Okay, that's all right. Got to make sure the spiders are hanging down. So I'm starting to put this together. And some YouTube guy the other day said, every spider web you see on the internet is all done wrong because they're hanging.
Kate, yes, I'm giving these tumblers out to the technicians at the pharmacy.
Doesn't matter which way your spider web hangs. It looks better if it's uniform, hanging in every direction.
Yeah, Kate, I just put that file for that fall tea light in the LMR Facebook file section. So if you want it, it's in there.
I'm going to catch up on comments.
Jeremy's been watching the comments.
Yeah. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate that.
All right, so I've
Thank you,
got
Terry.
everything but the door put on now, and that's because the door goes between the top panel and the bottom panel. Fits in the little round hole.
Got a little homework there, Patrick.
Oh, okay. Let me get this last tumbler finished up.
Gotcha. Maybe I'll work on that one.
Thank you, Terry. Okay, that works. Thank you, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And here comes the next tricky part, getting these together. I really need to get more light in here because I can't see what I'm doing. I think I'll start maybe on this side. Okay, this is crazy. I can't assemble this because of the light.
Oh, I think this is a good one. Came up with this one on my own. Because I mutter it to myself all the time.
All right, I'm gonna put 2 pairs of glasses on. Start over.
So I make the graphic on one PC, then save it into my Google Drive. By the time I wheel myself over to the other PC, it should be synced up and I can pull it into Lightburn from Google Drive. So it's fun.
Okay, it's in the Laser Makers Realm Facebook page in the files section. And it's probably one of the top pinned comments because it'll put a comment in there when I do that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get my hammer.
Yay. I like it when Rich gets the hammer.
Huh? Mine turned out different than yours, Patrick. I'm going to send this to you in the in chat, so you can put it up on screen.
All right, I can do that while that's running.
I'm also trying to assemble
Wheel
this
myself back over.
on my desk where I have no room. I need my other pair of glasses.
All right, I sent it to you.
Where's the text? I didn't want the text, did it? Oh, Sabrina. Very cool of you to hand out some membership. And let's see. All right, Jeremy, here is your... Oh, crap. Let me switch.
Good night, Bill.
I got to switch off of my other PC here. Hopefully I don't knock something out of my switcher.
Cool. 5 gifted memberships, and they have been received.
How does that work?
I have no idea. I've never done it. Either way.
I got to get my door in. Okay, there we go. Got the door in. So this is how this always works best for me, is with the hammer.
Yep, there's the pair dancing in confetti, taking his hat off, saying thank you.
Working now. Got to use the old hammer. Last one.
See, I think if it was me, I'd fire up the log splitter and use hydraulics and just put a couple pieces of wood in there and just smack it together.
This one I didn't have quite in the right spot. I just can't see what I'm doing. It's going to split this last one if I don't get it in the right spot.
Awesome, Kate. They're going to like that. It isn't my superpower. Hey, Matt. I put orange tissue paper on the inside of that. So when that little candle is in there, it glows a nice little color.
Okay, the only thing I have left is the door handle. So I did mess up this last one because I didn't have it lined up right. But let's see. There it is, all put together.
It's about
And-
time.
Yeah, really. Well, if I would have just got my hammer from the very beginning. Oh, here's the door. There's the door right there. And then inside is where the tea light goes. I can't get, there we go. That's where the tea light goes, inside there. So the only thing I have left to do at this point is take one of my little pumpkins here and glue it onto the door. And that's it. Thank goodness.
Hey, Gene.
Yes, I took a bath today.
I said hey, not hi. That's Patrick's.
Nice. I'm going to put my little doorknob on, and then I'll be done.
All right, you want to pop me back up? I'll show my projects real quick for some of the late people.
All right, doorknob is on.
So my project for the night is a hunting picture frame with a stand. There's a bow hunter, and then that's the bow hunter one, and that's me quite a few years ago in there. And then this one is the rifle hunter with the hunter orange on them, and they come with a stand. It's hunting season here in Michigan, so I figured I would do something for that. So that's what's in the file for me tonight.
Cool. All right, so I'm all done. I got my door handle put on. Thank you, Wingnut. This works real easy in the shop next door where I have lots more light. I just can't see in here. I don't have enough light. It looks bright enough on screen, but I just can't see well in here. But anyway, this is the final project, and I'll just go up one more time. This is the final project that you can get tonight. There's the little pumpkin door handle. And you can get this. Now, be careful because there's a lot of little fine stuff in here. Like these churches have crosses on top, and it's kind of hard to see. Those crosses are less than 1/2 millimeter. And there is a lot of fine detail on here. So don't do what I did tonight as far as, doing it when you don't know that it's going to go cut all the way through.
Smack it with a hammer, push your thumb through it.
Yeah. So, I mean, tonight, like I said, I had this door open. It's 75 degrees outside. So I'm taking advantage of the cool air, the cool night air. And it made my wood swell. So I even, on the second one that cut out of the doors, I had to pop everything out. And I even lowered it, I think, 75 millimeters per minute. And still didn't work. But the slots and tabs, as long as you have enough light, if you're looking down on it and just take a little small hammer and just tap them in, they'll go right in. And then line up the next one and tap it in. And I've always done it with a hammer. It's always been perfect. In fact, I just made 2 of them just yesterday. So I have 2 more to go. I need to make 2 more of these. All right, back to the. Okay, so let's get to the Q&A because we're at the end of our live stream.
Yep.
So, and I have a whole bunch of little pumpkins left over in here. I'm not going to use these, so I'm just going to throw them away. Funny thing is,
Your grandkids, let them carve them up.
No, these are tiny, tiny pumpkins.
I know. I was just making a joke.
But the funny thing is that they didn't cut out perfectly, but every one of them has their stem, the little tiny stem on the top. Thanks, Pop Up. All right, so last couple minutes. Anybody's got any questions? Let us know now. Kate says, I'm sending you a package within. Thank you, Kate. I look forward to that. Didn't you sent me something for my wife, I think. The dishcloths. She absolutely loves those. Thank you for that. All right. Well, if there's no questions, I think we've gone just 3 minutes over our scheduled time. And we're ready to head out. We're going to be back again in 2 weeks. Yes, Miles, of course. Patrick, you have no sound. I see Patrick's going. But nothing coming out. Suggestions for a budget CO2 galvo. I don't think there are
nothing
any.
yet.
Yeah. I don't think there are any budget CO2 galvos. Yes, Bob.
Can't hear you still.
Patrick. He doesn't hear me.
Engrave it on a tumbler. Hold it up so we can hear what you're saying.
Thanks for being with us. Tail Dragger, thanks for being with us. Is anyone thinking about getting the 4x8 Acmer laser on Kickstarter or any reviews? Yeah, who is that? Dave on the Clack Shack has the Acmer, which I think is the Acmer 4x8. The thing that I'm concerned with on that 4x8 is And the reason why I won't even get one for a review is because I know the acceleration is going to be horrible, and it's such a big working area that I really don't think that you'd want to do that. Now, I made my own 4x8 out of an Ortur 5-watt laser about 4 or 5 years ago. And after I did one piece that was like 5 feet long, I never used it again. It's sitting over in the other shop and collecting cobwebs. And even though it's a 120 watt, it's not going to, it's a waste of time. Anything over 40 watts, in my opinion, is going to be a waste of time because you're not going to, unless, except for that new one, the new ones that we just got, Patrick, the X1. Aliencell. Yeah, because they have super fast acceleration, and they can engrave. They can engrave at a super fast speed, but still over 60 watts, you're wasting your time because your gantry is not going to be able to keep up. Number one, your transmission is not going to be able to keep up with a faster speed. They're limited by speed, you know. So if you want to engrave something for 2 days straight, then go for it. But I'll tell you what.
I did. I'm going to get that out in the mail on Monday.
You're welcome, Sabrina. Thanks for gifting all those memberships tonight. I was thinking on that 120 watt, like, why? If you're going to cut through that thick of material, just put it on your table saw. It's faster.
We're going to have to figure out what that means, gifting memberships, and how that works.
Yeah, I've never dealt with that.
I'm going to look it up real quick because first off, I've never seen it.
So they make a donation to the channel, and then instead of just a flat, say $5, if it's $1 for a membership, they can gift 5 memberships to 5 different membership to 5 different people.
Yeah, but how do we give out those memberships?
It's done automatically. They've already been given out. YouTube does it randomly to people that are in the chat.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Blake?
I don't see anybody with the membership icon here.
They're way up in the chat.
Are they?
Yeah, it happened a while ago.
Scroll back up.
Okay, so it does that automatically. That's good to know.
Yep.
Wow, that's a great feature. I like that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Robert. All my bumbling around, but next time I know better, I'll do the live stream from the shop next door, and I won't open any doors.
Have your hammer handy faster,
and also have my hammer handy.
It's a nice hammer.
Let me show you this hammer real quick. This is the one that Patrick made for me.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you if that was the one.
Yep, it's the only one I use. Yeah, the camera won't focus on it. There
it is.
And it's engraved on all sides. You can't see these because the camera's not going to focus.
Those are all the 3D sliced on the steel.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. I love the hammer. It's the only hammer I use now. All right, guys. So we are finished for tonight. And we're going to be back again in 2 weeks. So thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been fun. A little tedious putting this thing together with the issues. But I'm going to go run the other 2 next door so that I don't have any problems with that. But we will be back again in 2 weeks. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye,
Thank
everybody.
you very much.